I know we dump on the Angels, but like I look at this rotation and I do see a lot of potential breakout here beyond Ohtani. Like Patrick Sandoval was already really good in the second half of last season. Tyler Anderson had a sub-3 ERA over the course of an entire campaign last year, and there was nothing about it that suggests like it was about his changeup, and like that pitch still exists for him. And Reed Detmers was a lot better over his final dozen or so starts than he was through the first 2 or 3 months of the season. So like I think these are all playoff teams, and if we're talking about the DK odds, like I think the stuff that Jake sent around had the Angels at plus 750 to win the division. I think that's one of the sneaky best bets that you could have if you're looking for a little bit of a long shot option.
Well, and that's exactly why I was looking at the Seattle Mariners for that same exact
For
reason.
sure. The only difference is that the Angels odds are like twice as bad. Like I want to say let's pull it up. Hold on. The Mariners are plus 320 to win the division, it looks like, and the Angels are plus 750. Like I don't see that level of gap between those two rosters to suggest
between
that
the two
Angels
teams. I mean, well,
half as likely to win.
Especially with the Mariners and the Angels slated to finish right behind each other, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you talk about the size and gap between the odds there, I mean, literally over double the odds.
The scary thing about the Angels is they are one injury away from just being like a 60-win team. God forbid Shohei goes down, but even if he doesn't, like Trout or even like Rendon has one of the years that he's been having, like that's all major red flags.
Well, see, and that's definitely a glass half empty outlook. Think about if the glass were to stay half full, where Rendon doesn't go down, and now he performs for the first time like they've expected him to in the last 4 years. Ohtani doesn't get hurt, and he just keeps doing Ohtani shit. Same thing for Trout. But now you've got a long list of other guys in this lineup that can make a fucking impact.
Yeah, I would say that
Taylor Ward, have people forgot what fucking Taylor Ward is all about?
He got hot.
Taylor Ward was one of the best performers in the first half last year.
MVP of April.
Period. He got hurt. He got hurt in a game against the A's, ran into the fucking wall and hit his head. Boom. And that fucked him up. Shit changed for but yeah, I mean, I think the division, and maybe this is me wanting it to be this way, wanting it to be more competitive than just handing it to the Astros. But I have a lot of optimism surrounding those two clubs right there, the Angels and the Mariners.
What about
I do think.
Sorry, Jay. What did you say?
No, go ahead.
Well, I mean, like you were saying, I mean, the Angels have always been the team that has a good upside just because of their star power. The difference this year is I think their rotation has a lot more upside this year than they have ever had recently, at least.
Yes, their rotation does have more upside, and that's where you're going to need some help from the bullpen is to win some of those either tight games or a game where shit goes south early from the rotation. Do you have the horsepower? Do you have the depth in the bullpen to get through a game where you got to cover fucking 12 outs?